All right, here are the warm-up answers for April 23rd. So the first equation, you may be tempted to do the 9 minus 2 first, but we have order of operations. So if I circle my terms, we need to go ahead and multiply or distribute as one of our first steps. So the 9 just stays a 9. And this becomes 2 times 3x, which is 6x's, and then 2 times the 1, which is 2. But the trick to it is understanding you're subtracting all of this. So we're subtracting 6x's, but you're also subtracting the positive 2. So it's really plus a negative 2. So to rewrite that, 9 minus 6x minus 2 equals 5x plus 2. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So 9 minus 2 is 7 minus the 6x's. And then get all the x's to one side, so plus 6x to both sides will give me 7 equals 11x plus 2. And then get the x's by themselves, so subtract 2 from both sides, and we get 5 equals 11x. And then divide both sides by 11, so x is equal to 5/11. Problem 2 gave you a table and wanted you to complete it from this expanded form of a quadratic equation. It's quadratic because the highest power is an x squared. And to fill the table out, one way to do it is just say, well, if x is 0, you replace all the x's with parentheses and put 0 in, just like we've done for evaluating expressions. So I'll do parentheses squared plus 3 times parentheses plus 2. So again, if x is 0, you put 0 into each of the parentheses. 0 squared is 0, plus 3 times 0 is still 0, plus 2, and there you have it. And notice that the number at the end, just like in a linear equation, is still your y-intercept. The one without a variable next to it is still the y-intercept. If x is 1, we then make all of these values 1. So 1 squared is 1, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2, and we get 6. If x is 2, you make all of them 2's. So 2 squared is 4, plus 6 plus 2 would be 12. If x is 3, 3 squared is 9, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2, so that's going to be 20. I'm just going to stop there and look to see if I have a pattern. So the first two, it increases by 4. The next two increases by 6. The next one increases by 8. And again, so it's clearly not linear, but as we saw before with the quadratic equation, it's the second difference that is the same. So you can see it always goes up by 2. So this one, it goes up 4, 6, 8. Next one will probably go up by 10, because if it goes up by 10, that means it's increasing by 2 more again. And there's your table. Your third question, again, gives you the same looking table and it gives you another quadratic equation. So I'm going to leave it in the factored form to try and solve this. So if x is 0, we do the same thing. Replace every x with its value. So y equals, in this case, it'd be 0 plus 1 and 0 plus 2, because I made, again, both x's have to become 0. So that means y equals 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 2 is 2, and then you'd multiply those together. So 1 times 2 is 2. And then you make x 1. So I'd have y equals 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 2. Well, 1 plus 1 is 2 times 3 gives us 6. Then I make x 2. So I have y equals 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 2, and that gives me y equals 3 times 4, which is 12. And something interesting is happening. If I bring in the last table that we did, you can see the numbers are actually matching up. And the reason they're matching up is both of these equations, I push them together, are exactly the same. So this is the expanded form, this is the factored form. And if I were to use a generic rectangle on this factored equation, x plus 1, x plus 2, you get x squared plus x, 2x, and 2. So you'd have y equals x squared plus 3x plus 2, and you can see how that is the same as this equation.